Hello, hello, Leo Collective. Welcome to another episode of Ethereal Tarot. My name is Carla. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this message, this tarot reading is for you. And Leos, your weekly readings will come out every Thursday, so be sure to check back every Thursday for those. And feel free to take in what resonates, let go of what doesn't. Use your own intuition to apply the cards. This is a general collective read for the sign of Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, share, check out your sun, moon, and risings also. This might be on different days, unless, of course, you're a triple Leo, which I guess can happen, but probably rare. All right, one more good shuffle and we'll get going. All right, here we go. We've got Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands, the Chariot, the 10 of Swords, 9 of Cups, 5 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. All right, let's take a little look-see around the room here. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. This is how I do my spreads, my readings every week. I read from left to right. This first path is the path of the challenge, the block, something that needs to come up into your field of awareness. Usually it's bubbling just below the surface, if not blaringly apparent in your life. So we'll take a look at that. Then we come to the path of higher self. This is what God, spirit, angels, any higher realm being, this is what they want you to remember. Okay. And keyword is remember, because we have every energy of the tarot inside of us. There's no new information coming out. You already know all of this. This is just a message of remembrance, of affirmation, of guidance, maybe a little boost. So we will go through what higher self wants you to hear. Then we have the path of a possible outcome. And I do say possible because I honor and realize that free will is the strongest law in the universe. And so I don't touch that with a 10-foot pole. We'll say that this is a possible outcome for you, okay? All right, Leos, let's look at the first one. Enough chit-chat. We've got 5 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and 10 of Cups in your path of the challenge or the block here. I'm seeing it's almost like a fresh new way needs to be adopted or taken on. And it's posing a little difficult for you. Maybe there's some stuff you've been looking at in the past. Maybe you're having a hard time getting some inspiration or vision for the future. And almost like connecting with what brings you joy, what brings you a feeling of satisfaction. It's like it's hard to come by at this point. I'm going to grab a couple more so we can go a little deeper. Give me a little deeper for Leo's present, please. And I see you just kind of, maybe not in all areas of life, I don't see, but just kind of down and out, on maybe a few areas, maybe one area. And it's like, it's kind of this worry, this, I don't want to say desperation, but it's just kind of like, what am I going to do? How am I going to go forward with this? All right. King of Cups. And the 2 of Swords. Yes, you're at this stalemate. You're at this block right now. There's a fork in the road, and you don't know which way to go. And you're feeling like disconnected from source in a way, intuition. Maybe you're not allowing your intuition to lead you or guide you at this time. And it's really, it's placing like a stalemate or a block. It's like road closed for, under construction. That's really what I'm getting. It's like under construction. You need to create a new road, and it's just not happening yet. Okay. The biggest thing I get is like a road, and it's blocked off. It's like when they're doing construction, and of course that's okay. But also I feel like there's a want, because it's coming through. It's like there's a want in you to go forward. I'm going to go into my astral soul and see what house comes up for you, Leo. The seventh house, I'm sorry, the eighth house of I transform. Scorpio. All right. It is Scorpio season. So this is the house of life's enigmas, transformation, the hidden, sexuality, and death. Here's where we can see someone else's property and money, real estate, inheritance, and investments. We can also see our deepest unrevealed wishes, as well as fears, occultism, and esotericism. Esotericism. Yeah, I read that right. For some reason, I always have trouble saying that word. Okay, so this is stuff happening below the surface, basically. And I feel like it's like the deepest unrevealed wishes. That's what it is. It's like they're coming around for you and you're realizing them, and you feel like it's like every time you come up with an inspiration, it's like, well, I can't do that because blah, 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 XYZ. Oh, well, I can't do that because da, da, da. You know, it's like there's always a block or an excuse. And it's like, where's the way forward? Okay. Let's go into higher self, what they want you to know. Four of Wands, the Chariot, and the 10 of Swords. Leo. Wow. Okay. This one stands out to me. I would completely drop everything you're doing for the next week and a half, 2 weeks, and meditate on the Chariot every day. Because talk about paving a new way, okay? What does the Chariot do? It rides on the road and it goes, and it uses its life experience, its intuition. It's balancing duality. It's balancing what's going on inside and outer. It's balancing all the forces to make sure that the Chariot doesn't tip over or run over a huge rock. So there's like this nuanced way of life that it goes through, but it's charging forward with control, with precision, but not resistance. I like that. With precision, but not resistance. Four of Wands, higher self is wanting you to notice, take stock of what your support system is. Where do you go for support? What do you do when you need support? Maybe you've got people you talk to. Maybe you've got people who build you up. You need to hang out with the right people that feel stable. I'm seeing this as people, like, I don't know why that's coming through. Like the Four of Wands as like the community or your family or your friends, you know, the other people that really bolster you and support you in a way. So go to those people, okay? And don't have any shame about it. Don't have any shame in opening up, because this will further guide you forward, which is what you're needing. 10 of Swords, it's showing you like this is a done deal. Nails in the coffin, cement's in the ground. There's no changing it, because if you try to go back to that, I mean, it's just not going to work, for one thing, because your perception, higher self is letting you know that your perception is going to be totally flipped on its head, and it's not going to happen anymore where you go back to the old pattern or the old way. I like this because it's the death. I mean, he's dead. So it looks like an abysmal card, but it's really not. It's really the end of something. Now we're ready to transform. A new way, a new path, a new block. You know, the block is cleared with the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is the block is cleared. There's no way to revive this person. So now we go a different way. Okay, and either whether that's a new neural pathway, whether that's a different relationship, whether that's a different career, whether that's a different way you relate to finances. It's just like all this new way. Okay, I think since it's 10 of Swords, it's like a whole revamp of your mental, you know, your God mind in a way. So it's like going from lack mindset to abundance mindset. That's 10 of Swords. Okay. And a couple more for Leo's, from Leo's higher self. Ace of Cups. I love that. And the Empress, you guys, beautiful. You've got two major arcana here. And Ace of Cups is just that outpouring of love, of getting and sitting in the heart center. Okay. The Empress is just that soft, feminine manifestation. She's always pregnant. meaning she's always a work in progress. She's always working on something, but she's building her empire. Okay, she's building her empire, and she does it in a way where she doesn't need to rely on other. And she knows where she's supported. Again, there's this theme of knowing where you're supported, knowing you can lean on your past experiences and go forward. It's not about dwelling on the past. It's about leaning on your past experiences to start the navigation, to start the journey. If you are uninspired, or your deepest, like we said, your deepest unrevealed wishes, she's the start of the manifestation process. Wow. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, let's go on to the possible outcome here. We've got 9 of Cups, 5 of Wands, and Queen of Wands. Well, 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 Leo. Satisfaction. You went from the 10 of Cups here. This is almost like overload of not knowing what gives you bliss, what gives you joy, to your 9 of Cups as the outcome. Satisfaction, the deepest unrevealed wishes, they're going to get revealed. And you're going to protect them. You're going to be protecting them. And it's not without conflict, though, I think. There's going to be some conflict. There's going to be something conflicting that's going to arise, and you're going to have to take care of it. It's not just all like rainbows and butterflies. 5 of Wands is a card of conflict, but also it's protecting something sacred. Queen of Wands, talk about protecting something sacred. She's the speaker of truth, authenticity. She'll say it like it is, no filter type. She's real cool that way. I think that this is going to bring about your deepest wishes, and they're going to become something that are, that you're going to see in manifestation. And in that process, it's like you become more authentic. You become more true to yourself, your essence. She's full of essence, and she ain't afraid to express it. So it's like Empress to Queen of Wands, listening to your inner Empress to get to your Queen of Wands. I love that. Give me a couple more for Leos, please. The Devil. Perfect. And the 8 of Swords. Okay. I see the 8 of Swords as, especially given this read, I see the 8 of Swords as you're not willing to take in new information. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's bad. Okay. Blah, 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 good and bad. Sometimes that's good. I think in this case, it's serving you because you're not looking to the past anymore. You're done taking it in. You are being just yourself. You are surrendering. She's not fighting out of these. She's just kind of like, all right, I'm going to sit here and chill in this bondage, I'm just going to sit here and chill in this bondage. I think it's being aware of the bondage you place upon yourself, and that patience, that stillness that comes in it with it, where it's like, okay, I could go here, I could go there, I could go over here. And there's no new stimuli coming in. It's like more so knowing yourself, knowing that things aren't going to necessarily change your mind. Like it's going to take a lot to change your mind. Okay. And the Devil, same thing. It's going to take a lot to change your mind from this newfound way that you have, that you've gained. You are going to be dedicated to it, committed to it. The Devil is Capricorn. The Devil is the goat climbing the side of the mountain, just going, and it's like, no, I am focused. I'm laser focused. This too, laser focused. And again, there could be some conflict, but it's also like standing your ground. Like, no, I know. I almost think of this as like the witch, when witches were burned at the stake. There was nothing that they could say or do. And that's not a good experience. I'm not saying that you're going to be burned at the stake for what you think or believe, but that's not a good place to be, but they had nothing that they could say or do or deny. They couldn't deny their experience. So it's like, I am what I am. You know, I am what I am. Do what you will with me, but I am what I am. And it's like you're committed to that. And that's a big transformation. That's a big transformation. Okay, for you. I think it's a big movement for you. And this was just like a lovely conversation, very effortless read here. I'm going to go into my tarot deck, my tarot sidekick deck. And this isn't a tarot deck, but it will give us, one wanted to pop out. Questions and prompts to further deepen the read. So, in which areas of life should I be more present? Okay, well, I think that there is some non-presence here because you're not really realizing your full potential, your deepest unrevealed wishes. There's things underneath the surface that need to come up. So presence will do that. Presence is going to do that for you. All right, let's see. So in which areas? Okay. This is the gratitude list, I call it. I know he looks pretty grouchy and grumpy, but I see this as shoring up all of your resources, your taking stock of all the things and the fresh new things, inspirations, ideas, optimism, enthusiasm, and putting them behind you, turning around and going, oh, look at all that I have. Yeah. Okay. That will bring more presence. So I would say, like, get that gratitude list going, Leo. And I'm sorry that whoever that is does that like every morning. That really loud, I think he like is a leaf blower or something. Anyways, it's really annoying. Four of Cups. This is the card of presence. He's just like chilling under a tree and he's meditating. And four of anything is foundation. It's like get back to base, get back to homeostasis. So I would say, in which areas of your life should you be more present? I'd say just in life, in your area of gratitude, in your area of giving thanks, in your stillness. Be present whenever you can be still. Come into presence, okay? Presence is going inward and kind of feeling what's actually going on. That's what presence is to me, at least. So, all right, Leos, let's go into your Oracle of the Angels now. And this is an Oracle deck, and it's a message from the angels, because who wouldn't want that? So kind of round out your read here. What do we have for Leos? And again, Leos, your weekly reading come out every Thursday. Be sure to check back every Thursday, okay? Check your sun, moon, and rising. Initiation. What an initiation you're going through right now. Let's see. Every stage in life is an initiation into a new higher state of being. Yes. Through these constant progressive initiations, we gain access to the strengths that help us grow in love and wisdom. Welcome these evolutionary passes. See them as an opening that leads you to work on your innermost being. Kid you not, that's what it says, so that you can be forever lifted up to the highest ideal. I'm constantly being initiated into higher states of awareness. Yes, you are. This is a transformation for you, Leo, and it looks like you're going to come out swinging. So thank you for allowing me to read for you today. It has been a privilege and a delight, and I will see you next Thursday. Good luck.